Hey guys, this is Angel with Shop Growth Solutions, and in this video, I want to show you that if you are only relying on referrals and dealership referrals, word of mouth from your customers, or insurance DRPs to get your customers, you're really missing out on this massive stream of customer acquisition, which is Google Ads and digital marketing in general. Now, if you kind of stop there at Google Ads, I just implore you to watch a couple minutes of this video because really, I think we make a good case on why you should at least get started for yourself. Now, just know this is part one of a larger series called How to Get More Collision Jobs Using Digital Marketing. This is going to be the overview video, and in the next few videos, we're going to show you how to actually go into the weeds, create your own campaigns, and do some things to actually drive some customers into your shop over the next couple of weeks here. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get started. All right, how to get more collision jobs using digital marketing. Now, like I mentioned, this is part one, the overview. The whole goal here is to just cover why Google Ads is one of the most powerful ways to acquire customers for body shops today. And that's our whole point of this video. I want to show you, set the groundwork and let you know how and why Google Ads can be really great for your shop. So the first place we want to start when we talk about Google Ads is really the opportunity, right? Highlighting the opportunity right now to be running these ads. So, I mean, first and foremost, consumer behavior is shifting. That's something I think we can all understand. When it comes to, the age of our consumers is they're getting older and older, right? As these younger generations grow, where they're getting into the purchasing power decision maker role, right? So these younger generations, I mean, we're used to searching on Google to solve their problems, right? So as they grow, they're going to be using Google more and more, and they're going to be heavily relying on Google as a source to find not just their barber or the restaurant to go to, but their shop to work with. We're already seeing that in auto repair, and it just makes sense that this is going to happen in auto body as well. So, in any given market, the chances are that there are tens of thousands of people searching for collision repair right now. If you don't believe me, you can just go to Google Keywords Planner, search that up on Google, make a free Google Ads account, type in your market in the location settings, and then type in auto body shop near me as the keyword or collision repair near me. Some similar keywords to what people in your market you think they would be searching. So when I do that, some of these example images here, I'm checking the Houston market for auto body shop and collision repair. Those are the keywords, typically the biggest keywords in any given market, and Google will suggest other keywords off of that as well. So you can get the whole idea. So in these top 10 keywords, I X'd out some of these car repair shops. That's not applicable. Caliber collisions, we're not going to want to rank for those. But for these general ones, auto body repairs near me, body shop near me, body work near me, auto body repairs, 14,000, 12,000, 12,000. And these are searches per month on average. So just right here alone in these top 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 keywords, this is upwards of what, 35, 40,000 searches in the Houston market. And this is just this first 7 keywords out of 1,800. Now, of course, the more keywords you flip through, the lower it's going to go. But we can easily say in this market, there's 40,000, upwards of 40,000 searches per month. And the competition, Google is showing low. And that's because typically, I mean, auto body shops typically don't even have a website, let alone a campaign on Google Ads, right? So competition is typically low. The most we've seen is medium, right? So we're really at this position where there's a lot of searches in almost any market, tons of searches to be picking and choosing from, and the competition's almost always low. Here in the Orlando market, you can see tons of keywords here as well, probably in this screen, 20 to 30,000. Let's see, in a smaller market like Topeka, Kansas, which, capital of Kansas, but I think it is. I think it's the capital of Kansas. Don't take my word on that. But anyway, smaller market, you can still see hundreds of keywords. And I mean, as you go down, you add these all up, there's thousands of different monthly searches. Sorry, I said hundreds of keywords, I meant searches. Thousands of keywords per month, and the competition is low. Oklahoma City, a little bit to the east of Topeka, you can see same thing, thousands, competition's low. So again, chances are the in your market right now, especially if you're in a metropolitan area, tens of thousands of people searching up collision related keywords per month. And again, with Google, the intent to actually come into your shop and become a customer, the intent is high. It's higher than something like Yelp or Facebook, which we'll go over in a slide here. So again, highlighting the opportunity, tons of searches, low competition. Now let's talk about the competition. One of the things that we hear is, what about the MSOs? What about those big shops that are probably spending a lot of money? So you may be thinking, how do I compete against these big shops? Here's a really great example. I was looking in for this video, we were doing some research. Um, we set I set my location to downtown Tampa, and you can see here when okay, we're good. When you search a collision repair near me in the Tampa area, you can see I was scrolling down trying to find a big shop. First one that comes up, Mako. Let's click on it. Broken link, right? This is a big shop in the Tampa area, big market that has a broken link on the first page of Google, right? Again, the competition's low, like we're saying. It's really easy to come in with something nice, a nice landing page, a nice website, and even compete against these bigger shops. What else? Here's a really great example. So here's another big market, San Antonio, Texas. Set our location to San Antonio. The search keyword here was collision repair near me. When you scroll down, in this example, we scrolled down to the first position on the sponsored results on Google. Okay, 222 Auto looks good. Let's click it. Looks good. Nice website, right? This is a shop in Hawaii. So this is a shop in Hawaii that's ranking for San Antonio. They're not even in the market. Again, another example of and this is again the first result that's coming up on Google. So if Google thinks that this is a good result and it's in a totally different place, then it's going to be really easy for us to come in, create something nice and simple that looks similar to this, and we can compete. We can start winning more of those searches because I guarantee you, a person coming in on this landing page, they're going to be disappointed when they find out that this is not a shop in their area. Lastly, let's see which one's this. Coming in here. Oh yeah, another good example. Sacramento area, collision repair near me. First result on Google, on the sponsored result, of course. So again, this is what Google is saying. Hey, these guys are winning these. They have a high conversion rate, whatever high conversion rate looks like in the market. They're more relevant, right? In the market. When you click on their landing page, you get taken. First page you get thrown into is this giant form. And a customer who sees this, they're going to be, maybe they'll put in their information, but it's clunky and it's big and, it's just like, we need to make something that looks nicer, right? So, and it's really easy. It's really easy to make something that looks nicer. Even put your nice website up and start running some ads. And I bet you if you make something that looks like nicer like this in Sacramento, and of course the Sacramento market is competitive, but if you make something nice, you're going to be able to compete. At least you're going to be able to compete against these guys and start getting a couple jobs in. So, again, just to highlight overview here, tons of searches happening per month, and there's not a lot of people running ads the right way. So if you're doing it the right way, if you're following what we're going to show you in these next couple of videos, you're going to be able to get some really good results. We're just going to make a quick case for Google here. Some really good things to think about. With Google, you're showing up when people are actively looking, right? This is what's called intent-based marketing. We made this little name for it here. Pull marketing, you're showing up when they're searching for help. You're going to pull them into your shop rather than pushing your marketing on somebody. You're not being an annoyance, right? This is something that they're seeking out. You're pulling them in. The difference between Google and something like Facebook and Yelp, a lot of the times, we hear people say, I tried marketing on Yelp, and I hate it, right? Of course, like that's something we see a lot. We don't recommend getting on Yelp, just because that's, I guess, my personal opinion. You can try it yourself. I don't recommend getting on it. I would rather put my money on Google because a lot of the times on Yelp and Facebook, these guys aren't looking to solve an issue right away. This is typically somebody looking to solve something cosmetic, a paint chip. Maybe and they're going to shop around. They're going to call a lot of shops, right? Somebody on Google is just looking to get their issue fixed right away. They just got into collision and they're looking to work with the shop right now to get it fixed. That's not happening on Facebook. They're not scrolling, on their day off looking for a shop to work with. It just hits them, again, push marketing. They're pushing their marketing material on them rather than being there when they're actually looking. So, yeah, that's kind of the difference here. So Number two, instant visibility. You can rank at the top of the search results, first, second, third, in a matter of days. It doesn't take long like SEO or website building. While SEO is great and building a nice website is awesome, using Google Ads, you can get on the top results in a matter of days. Like you can be on it at the end of this week if you do it correctly. Um, and the only thing is, do you want to, are you showing up the right way, right? If you're showing up first on Google and you're sending them to a terrible looking landing page or a website that doesn't work, it's giving you the 404, then it's not going to go anywhere, right? So there's a little bit of both, but again, you can put a little bit of money out and appear in the first, second, or third results if you set it up the right way. And you can really pick the jobs you want on Google. So you may disagree if you've tried Google yourself and you haven't gotten really great results. If you're doing it the right way, you're ranking for the right keywords, and you're setting up a search-based campaign versus a smart campaign, for example, then you can really exclude searches like rust repair, small dent repair, and there's hundreds of different keywords that you're going to want to exclude. But if you really tell Google, hey, we want collision repair jobs, we want insurance claim help keywords, stuff like that, you do your research the right way, you can find these keywords that are really gold, they're gold mines. So you can, and in this way, you can tell Google, hey, I don't want these jobs, I want these jobs. I don't want these search results, I want these search results. This is how you can really pick and choose those jobs when you're doing it the right way. The fourth part is consistency, right? Consistency, 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 consistency. I can say it so many times. Google really puts that consistency back in your hands. Referrals are awesome. Really, referrals are great. They're easier to bring in. They're easier to sell to, quote unquote. But when it comes to job flow, relying on a word of mouth referral, a customer to refer you when they get in an accident, it leaves your destiny, your business into the hands of your customers, right? We want to be able to control the lead flow. We want to be able to control the amount of calls we get so we can actually make a good case for our business and be consistent. You can open up a new line of customer acquisition very quickly. We're not saying to cancel your DRP. We're not saying to tell the dealership down the road to stop sending you business, right? We just want to be able to open up a new form of customer acquisition so you have an option when things get slow. Because really, people are searching. They're all like what I showed you earlier was the average monthly searches. So people are always going to be searching. You want to be showing up. And you choose when and where and how to show your ads. If you're having a slow month, you can put a little bit more money into the Google ads. If you're booked out for 2 weeks, someone leaves you unexpectedly, a bodyman or something on an employee at your shop, then you can take a little bit of money off, and you really have control of when and where and how people are coming in. And again, I put down here, control your destiny, control your business. You want that control back in your hands. Some objections that we hear with Google, right? This is really important to address because I know some of you who may be watching this video may have tried Google Ads yourself and have not seen results. Not every campaign is made the same. That's what we need to say here. There's a lot of reasons you may have tried a campaign and it didn't turn out to the results you were expecting. Most of the time, what we see is shop owners will create what's called a smart ad campaign, or a performance max, or something that gives Google a lot of control. When you're running ads this way, you're letting Google make the decisions for you. And Google doesn't know the difference between a detail shop, a repair shop, a PDR shop, a body shop. They don't know the difference. They're going to group everything in automotive together. That's going to make them look really good. It's going to make Google look really good. They're going to tell you, we're getting a lot of clicks, we're getting a lot of impressions, we're getting a lot of this. You can't take impressions, you can't take views to the bank, right? You want to have the control in your hands. When you run your campaigns this way, we've seen it countless times. You get poor results, random jobs, random people calling you from random locations, right? We want to have the control in our hands. Working with a Google ad specialist. Now, that's another one of those things that we recommend not to do, just because Google ad specialists, they're really glorified salespeople. It seems like all their answers to your problems is spend more money, right? When in reality, you could be ranking for transmission repair near me and you don't even know, right? They're always going to recommend spending more money, running conversion ads when it doesn't really apply, things that really that are going to hurt you in the long run. Not sending traffic to a landing page that converts or a broken website, right? That's one of the things that we see as well. We even showed you Mako's doing it, right? If they're doing it, then I mean, I guarantee you there's some smaller shops in the area that's doing it as well. You might have made that mistake. Um, Inadvertently, maybe your website was down, you didn't even know it, right? That's something that definitely happens. And targeting not set properly, that's one of those reasons you may be getting calls from out of state even, right? This happens sometimes as well. Um, some people will say we get plenty of work through referrals, right? And that's awesome. It's just referrals are inconsistent, right? We don't want to put control of our business in the hands of our customers. We want to be able to profitably scale the company and have a way to do that. We don't want to just wait, right? We don't want to give the control of our business to someone else. We want to bring it in-house. We want to be able to have a plan when things get a little slow. So this is really helpful. And some people will say it's too expensive, and our response is compared to what, right? One new customer can pay for your entire month, your entire quarter of ads, right? If you're running ads the right way. And really, most of our clients, most of the people that we've worked with, the shops that we've worked with, they see results in less than 14 days, which comes out to about $300 to $400 spent on Google Ads. You can see one, two, three really profitable insurance jobs even. It's not uncommon to see that if you set up the ads the right way, the way that we're going to show you in this series. So the last part of this is, look, if your shop, I really want to highlight the second point here. If your shop already right now has a really, really, really great Google business profile, if you have a lot of reviews, if you have been in the market for a long time, you just need a little bit more visibility. If you have a nice looking shop, if you have a really great waiting room, if everything looks nice, you need to be pushing your shop in front of the people who are going to become your customers. People are looking for a reputable shop, a trustworthy shop to work with. You just need to put some gasoline on the fire. You need to get in front of these guys and make sure that you can actually show up when they're looking for someone like you. Again, it just starts with a simple mental shift. Just thinking of Google Ads like that faucet that you can turn on when you need a little bit of extra work in the shop. If you're having a slow month, turn it on, just a couple $100, just try it out. And again, just do it when you're setting it up the right way. Make sure you have your ducks in a row, make sure you have that nice landing page, make sure you are ranking for the right keywords and excluding the wrong ones. Again, we're going to show you what that looks like in the next video here, but this really, with Google Ads, it allows you to not wait around anymore, right? Not put, again, I'm going to say this again, put the control of your business into somebody else's hands. You want to keep it in-house and be able to control your own destiny, control the growth of your business. And it starts here with running a profitable campaign. So I really hope this helps explain the importance of Google Ads and just being in front of the right people. In the next video, we're going to show you how to actually break down a campaign, how to make one for yourself, make something really simple that can actually be highly profitable for your shop. So stay tuned and check it out, and we'll see you in the next one.